Oh, hey, we're gonna work on Gooch today. It's been a minute. So for anybody new to the channel or the car or anything like that, this is Gooch. This is a 2008 Dodge Caliber SRT4. I've had it, I don't know, it's coming up on a decade now. The car made 652 to the tires at around 30 pounds of boost. That was front wheel drive. Turned it up a little bit at the track, closer to 700 at that point. We ran a 10.8, which is what I wanted to do front wheel drive, is just run a 10. Did that, and then talking to a guy, Aaron at Real Tune Performance, after we did that, I wanted to turn it all-wheel drive. I wanted to convert this car to all-wheel drive. There was a video long time ago, I think it was Russians. It was a different country that were able to do that. They had a Caliber SRT4 converted to all-wheel drive. Watched a couple of videos on that. That was pretty cool. So we did it a little bit different, a little bit of the same. And I told myself I was gonna put it all together. Proof of theory. Here you go. Got it running and driving. We understand what it takes to get it running like this. So I finished the conversion, I think it was September of 2021. Talked about it a lot in 2022, showed everybody. I think I posted a video January of 2022 showing this is how you do it. For anybody else that wanted to do it, this is how I did it. And then I said what I was gonna do was take some time to tear the car all the way back apart and build it correctly, beef it up, and kind of improve the initial proof. Then life kind of got in the way, you know, it happens sometimes. I wanted to build this garage, which as you can see, the garage is built now, so I don't really have an excuse not to be working on stuff. And it took longer than I wanted it to, with all the costs going triple what they used to be, to get the garage done. Finally got the garage done last year, I want to say last year. Or earlier this year, whatever it was. Then I had a couple cars sitting outside. A couple of them I had to get running that were down. In order to build the garage, I had to let some cars go. I sold off a couple projects that I wanted to finish up, a Camaro, another blue Caliber, a couple other cars I wanted to mess with, but sold them off, got the garage built, and here we are. And then I took on a couple other little projects for some other people, recoup a little cash, help some people out, do a couple different things. It just one right after the other, right after the other, right after the other. And I realized I haven't got to work on my stuff yet. Enough talking. I think it's time to finally start working on my stuff. For the other projects I've got going, I'm waiting on one more thing for the orange car over there. I can't make any progress. I've got some stuff over here that I'm working on. I've got another truck that I've got to get done out there. In order to get that truck done, I've got to finish that truck, because that truck is going to go get a motor for that truck outside. It's a lot going on, but I'm going to take a couple days and just work on Gooch. I think the first thing I want to do is take all the panels off again, as far as like the hood, the doors, the hatch, get the car open in the garage with the door shut through the day. It gets pretty stuffy in there, so I want it to be able to air out. So I think I'm going to take everything off the car. It's pretty easy. It's 4 bolts per door, 4 bolts for the hatch, none for the hood, so it's not that bad. We'll get the car open, breathable, and then I think we'll move in there and we'll take a look at the mess that's inside. I don't know if you guys know this. While the garage was getting built, Gooch sat outside in all kinds of weather. So he's rough, pretty rough. And as far as when we get the hood off, you're gonna see the motor that's in there right now is not his original engine. His original engine is actually sitting over here on a shelf, and that is a test motor that I was using. And a lot of his original stuff that I ran the 10-second pass on has been sold and parted out. The head's gone, so all the valve train and everything is gone. The turbo kit's gone. I still have his engine block and transmission, and that's about it. A lot of the other stuff is gone. But we're gonna be going a little bit of a different route anyways, so we'll kind of see. It's gonna be similar, but a little bit different. But we'll talk more about engine stuff when we get to that point. Today is just kind of an overview and starting a bit of the teardown process. So let's get these doors off. Oh man, I've got some fond memories of this car like this. Hood off, all the doors off, the hatches off, and this is what we've got to work with. This is how I left it, and it is a train wreck. Man, you can tell this thing's been sitting outside. Look at that. This hurts, but all in good time. This thing's gonna come back together. So let me get this set up and get in the car. Oh, there's the key. I was wondering where that was. Oh, where to start, man? Oh dear. Yeah, I think we'll start with this thing. Oh, it's a good thing the gauges are just taped into place, I guess. Whoever put these things in here, I guess, didn't really care too much. One scan gauge out. Two scan gauges out. Somebody is a master at installing gauges. Got some tools. So to be honest, I don't really have a plan besides, I don't know, get everything out of here and then rip all the wires out. That's kind of the idea here. That is our oil temp gauge out of here. All right, oil pressure is out. Boost gauge out. So many gauges. Look at this craftsmanship. This is good stuff, man. So it didn't really cross my mind until right now. This dash is probably gonna have to come out just to get everything behind there. I can't wait to show you guys what I've done. So I think the ECU is down here. The fuse box is here. I don't even remember what this is. I think that holds the relays. I think that has some of the relays in it. There's a couple other BCU body control module. I think there's one for the airbags. I think there's one for the radio. There's a couple different things in here, but we're gonna have to pull this dash out to get all the wiring out of the car. Oof. And just so everybody knows, I don't remember how to take the dash out. I just keep pulling on stuff, and then I'll find a screw holding it in, and I'll take that screw out, and just keep pulling until it just comes out. That's how to remove your dash. Whew. All right, well, the seats are out. All the safety harnesses are out of there. 5-point harnesses are gone. A couple other things removed. Obviously the dash is out, and you guys ready? You ready to see the nightmare? It's so bad. It's so bad. I mean, I can't even get it all on camera. It's so bad. And there's still big harnesses running to the back of the car, both sides. Of course, my janky brake setup I had going on. Power steering pump in the back, rear mount battery. All that's gonna be coming out, everything. I think I'm gonna keep going and try to get as much out of the car as I can before I rip out all the wires, just so it's clean, I can see where everything goes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the battery box out, get the power steering unhooked. Probably go ahead and remove all the brakes. Speaking of brakes, I guess I don't have any rear brakes right now. Dude, I don't know. Whoever was messing with this car before did a terrible job, but we're here to fix it. So let's get this thing a little more torn down. All right, gang, here's where we're at. Pretty much the only thing left in this car is all this wiring. And my plan is to rip it all out. I'm using this car as kind of a learning curve kind of deal. Learn a little bit of stuff. I've learned a lot. And something I need to learn is wiring. I've never really wired up a whole bunch of stuff. Obviously I can lengthen wires and I can wire up simple stuff here and there. I'm gonna try to wire this car myself. That includes the engine and the body harness that I want to make. So I'm gonna do it from scratch, I guess. So in order to do that, all this has to come out. And a lot of these wires are needless anyways. I mean, all the speaker wiring, obviously the antenna of the radio, anything used behind the dash for air conditioning or anything. I'm pretty sure all the cruise control and stuff on the steering wheel, all that's still back there. The airbags, there's a lot of wiring in this car that needs to come out anyways. I'm just gonna take it all out. So that's kind of the plan. So let's get to ripping all the wires out. Oh, well, 48 pounds, 47.9 pounds, but with a couple ends that I cut off. 48 pounds of wiring. 48 pounds. There's nothing left in here. There's probably another 5 pounds of zip ties and self-tapping screws that I use to hold everything in place. 48 pounds, basically 50 pounds is coming out, and then whatever wiring I'm putting back in. Not gonna be 50 pounds, I'll tell you that. That's pretty insane. I gotta tell you, I'm having like a bit of a hyperventilating type deal, because that's a lot. But now we can simplify, I hope. Or nothing on the body's gonna work now. Whatever, it is what it is. But that's probably gonna do it for this video, so I guess look forward to the next one. I don't know, I'll see you guys later, bye.